The boy Dub Deuce in the building.
What up? It is that guy Dub, and I'm back with another video. How you guys doing at the end of the day? Shout it, I'm good money. Now today, we got a special guest in the building because we're back with another episode of The Dating Pool Definitely Has P in it. Now I want to welcome my esteemed guest, Truth. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm amazing. How are you today?
I can't complain. As you can see right here, this is one of our mascot of the show. This is Little Dub. You know what I'm saying? And he comes courtesy of CIA Customs. You look up Denver Morales on Facebook. He'll get you right. He's not gonna be as cool as Little Dub, but he'll get you right. You know what I'm saying? But you said now, for those who don't know, you said you're a transgender woman, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you navigating the dating pool. How was that for you?
It's been very interesting and challenging in the sense that I guess like I actively started dating maybe 2 years ago. And no, most of the men that I was running into were fetishizing me. They just saw me as like an object of sexual desire and, oh, I haven't tried that, so let me try you. So there was a lot of that going on. And weird for like for men to like grasp the concept of like anything outside of straight or gay. Like it's like, oh no, if I mess with a trans woman, I'm definitely gay. Like, why do you think that? I don't think you are, but you know, so I was running into men that really had not sat with themselves when it came to those attractions, and they weren't really healthy all the time. So, but some of them are cool. Some of them are cool, actually.
You said with that, I do have a couple of questions because I've been seeing a lot of stuff on social media, and it's like transgender women on like TikTok, and they're saying they do not let men know up front, and then so you basically, I think you're playing Russian roulette doing that kind of shit.
Hell yeah. I don't play any games ever. My parents were so nervous when I first like came out to them and told them that this is what I needed to do. And they were just like, the first thing my dad said, well, wait, you just want to trick men? Or I was like, I'm not tricking anyone. I think I'm very visibly like trans, you know, but I still at the time still had a full beard and mustache. And when I was telling them this, but I've always been thinking I lead with honesty. Like that's why I chose that name, Truth, because I don't want to lie. I spent so much time lying about who I am and trying to suppress that and then trying to stifle myself to work and navigate as a woman, but still presenting very manly. It just wasn't matching for me. So.
Okay. Now you said with that, do you send because it's a stigma? You said you mentioned earlier about you saying if you mess with a trans woman, you saying you're gay. You said, is that what you think that's not the case at all?
A lot of guys have that conception, and you know, each person has their own individual thought process. So I've acquired some information. One man, he said that, you know, definitely I would consider myself gay because a trans woman, most of them have penises. And that is what I have. So I'm definitely not straight. Then there was another man who said that he is expressly attracted to femininity and doesn't even really pay attention to the genitalia, like knows that that's there, but really just focuses on this feminine being. So I appreciate that too, because like you're looking at the mental, the spiritual, the essence.
But isn't that like you saying somebody from the right wing saying I don't see color? It's like, so what do you do at a stoplight?
Exactly. Yeah. There are so many like gray areas, I guess, like so many areas to explore, and I'm totally encouraging exploration. You know, it can be scary. It's very scary with the way that our society is set up, especially for people of color. Like we're so mean to ourselves.
I mean, that's big facts. You know, so no matter what you say. Now, you said, like, I wanted to have you on because you said, like I said, I accept everybody for who they are. You said, if we can have a conversation, that's what I want to do. I want to have the conversation because if you look at media, they tell you, oh, this is this way, this is this way, but nobody's having a conversation.
No.
It's like, you know, like, you ever watch boxing?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know, like, when you said, in between rounds, everybody goes to their respective corners. You said, I feel like a lot of times we as the world are in our respective corners, but when the bell rings, we're still in our damn corner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of coming to meet in the middle to have the conversation.
Yeah.
Now, how do you feel when certain people you said will say that you said you identify as a woman, but then I can't identify as a billionaire because if I go to Chase Bank, they're gonna laugh my ass out of there.
Hey, I'm very intelligent and very like in tune and honest with who I am and what is going on in my physical body.
Mm-hmm.
On a deeper level, for my specific story, is that I was supposedly, allegedly, I guess, born intersex, and I was born in 1990. So we used the term hermaphrodite back then, but it was never. My parents never clearly spoke to me about my body. Like they were making all the decisions for me, and I had way more estrogen in my body from birth since childhood. And voice was really high. It came time for puberty, and voice was still like very much high, way up here. And then they decided to put me on testosterone shots for like a year or two, and things rapidly started changing to make me look way more male appearing and such. So I've always been just like in tune with my femininity, like the womanly side, but I've always been navigating both. I don't care what most people. I don't take to heart what most people think because we all have different views on it. Yes, these are the facts. This person has this, or that. But there is also another like dimension and level to that person. That's just one aspect of them.
Okay.
That makes up who they are. I don't think it should be a focus of like, well, why do you care what someone identifies? It's really not that. We're all human, so
Yeah, exactly. And like now, I hope I didn't come off as disrespectful when asking that. That's just something I pointedly wanted to ask you. Said because do you think because it's supposed to be about dating, but there's like I said, there was a couple questions I did want to ask you because like I said, I want to have a conversation. Now, do you think it's detrimental, especially in the age of social media, when you see people sitting there saying they're not telling, or if you have like the gentleman in New Jersey who says he identifies as a woman to go in there and rape women? It
is very detrimental. Like that also does not help in people showing empathy to any trans person or queer person. It's detrimental. Like really be honest. Like what's there to hide? Because I think if we're hiding, then there's still some shame. Like, why are you not being forthcoming? Because it's gonna come out eventually. Not anything that can be hidden. No matter how. There's a term that is used for people, trans people, for it's called passing. So they're passing if they look like their desired gender or the gender with which they align. But like that's another societal standard. I really want to encourage people to be very like in tune with them. Even before I started like medically transitioning, I'm like, I know who I am without that, but for my own sake and my own like ease and comfort throughout life, it would be more beneficial to me to look the way I desire to look. But why is there should be no shame in that? Like I have not, like there was one time, so I am on Facebook dating, and you can't put like your gender doesn't show, so it's only your pictures and whatever you put on your profile. And last year when I first started using Facebook dating, I did not state in the profile that I'm trans because I thought it was going to show up. So I had men that were just like hitting me up and talking with me. We'd be having conversation, and then they would like all of a sudden be gone. Or someone the conversation would shift and they'd be like, well, I didn't know that you're trans. I'm like, how did you not know? I thought it was especially last year, the way I was looking last year. Anyway, like I was like, come on, really? You're not using your eyes? But so I don't know. I don't know. I love honesty. Don't be, because scary shit happens. Like I've had some scary ass motherfuckers like can I cuss?
Hey, talk your shit.
Okay. I had one man that was that I met, and we got together and hung out, and we drank, we were all excited, we got intoxicated, and we hooked up. And then like the next day, he was full of rage and frustration and just not comfortable with his decision and took it out on me and was like, calling me a devil and all this other crazy stuff. And it was just so stupid. And I'm like, but sir, like, I mean, you don't have to like me. You don't have to stay with me. You don't have to date me. You found out that your body was responding to me and you wanted to explore that. That is what you did. You didn't like it. So be it. Go away. But and thankfully that didn't get worse. It could have been because he was looking a little scary. But yeah, honesty for sure, all the time.
Definitely, which is why with my profile, because I'm married, and it's because I want to have this conversation. Because you said I've been thinking about it. Because a lot of my friends man, I can't. It's like every girl I meet is crazy, or every dude I meet is a bum. I was like, well, I want to have the conversation to see what people think about that. And so far, it's been working out. I've had quite a few wonderful guests on the show for this, and it's crazy because I've also interacted with other trans women, but then again, I don't know if it's because I'm also getting unsolicited dick pics, which I do not appreciate. Yeah.
Wait, from the trans women?
Yeah.
They better stop.
I'm like, yo, pause.
No, that is so sensitive for me. I could. I'm sorry you're experiencing that.
It's like I said, that's why I tried to be very upfront and forthcoming. With it. I'm like, yo, I've also encountered a couple of women that obviously do not know how to read, and literally I'm getting vaginas that look like they got something. You know what I'm saying? And just boobs. Yeah. I'm like, I'm not here for that. You know what I'm saying? But and then when I tell them, I'm like, no, I want to have a conversation. Like, no, I want to be with you. You're good looking. Appreciate it. But
but let's talk. Yes. Mm-hmm.
So what would you say? Actually, no, I'm gonna go back. You said and one thing I definitely do on my platform is try to relay a message to children, because I have 5 children. You said 4 of my children are girls. You saying my son, he's 9, and they've had their moments when it comes to social media to where stuff that's been said has angered them. You know what I'm saying? And somebody from the LGBTQIA plus community, how would you tell a child specifically to deal with that comment section, because they can be so brutal?
We already know as a society that people go to the comments to spew their opinions, which are more than often, they're usually nasty and uneducated. And so I encourage people to not really read the comments as much as possible. Mm-hmm. A child though, when a child sees something that upsets them, they need to release that emotion. They do deserve to be heard. And I have plenty of nieces and nephews, and I do a lot of children's theater, so I work with kids a lot. But I don't know, it's tough, because I mean you're gonna see a lot of things that are upsetting. So I really don't even know how to say anything to the child. But yes, feel that feeling, let it be. You can speak on it if you feel like you are able to. Find somebody to talk to, and then let it go. I wouldn't be in the comments trying to argue with anybody, not even argue, but shed light to anyone consistently, because they're just going to be stuck where they are for the most part.
Okay.
How do you navigate that?
What I tell them, I was because at the end of the day, whoever's saying whatever they're saying in that comment section, at the end of the day, after they hit send, they got to go back to whatever miserable life they already had, because 9 times out of 10 is just projection. So far that's been working pretty well. Trying to help navigate, but use any further input, because like I said, one thing I do on my platform, I want to teach somebody something, which is why I'm willing to have anybody on here. Whether it's somebody from the LGBTQ community, whether it's a MAGA moron. I want to know. What is it about Trump that's got you flying that flag in in your yard? You know what I'm saying? Or what is it about Joe Biden that's got you flying that flag in your yard, or whatever? You know what I'm saying? It's And and also you said I want to talk about certain ways that I might feel that might come off as hypocrisy. You know what I mean?
For sure. Okay.
Okay. Now, getting back to dating, it's like somebody hit you up and said, Alice, you said, where do you want to go? You said, I'm gonna make this day about you. What would be your ideal date?
Oh, nature, take me outside. Let's go for a walk in the park. Let's eat. Let's eat a little ice cream. Let's talk about anything because I love to talk about literally anything. So a walk in the park, go to a museum maybe. I love karaoke. I love to sing. We can go to a bar. Um, yeah, I'm down. Like even just walking outside, like go for a car ride. I'm really chill. Maybe a movie. Maybe a movie. Bowling for some more physical activity. Like yeah.
Okay, you said now like because there are so many different types of people. You say that you go on a date with you said person, and they're a bit more introverted.
Yeah.
So you said where you might get stares because people might be questioning you. You said like, but you not saying anything, but just giving you that look, and because they're introverted, they're coming off as you said socially awkward. Is that a turn on for you? You like do you need somebody that's fully you say confident in the choice that you're making?
I mean, I would love someone to be fully confident because introverted people can be fully confident in the choices they make. Because I have a partner now, and he is quite introverted, and he's very confident in his choices. But I'm extroverted. Like I do both, but I really like to be out doing something. So I'm not turned off by someone being introverted, but I don't like when someone is a pushover or kind of passive. I don't like passive. If there's something happening and I'm being disrespected right in front of you, like I can handle myself, but you as my man, my partner, I would love for you to just jump in and say something before I do. Because why do I need to speak? Like I've been spending my whole life fighting. Fight with me. Come on, like I'll keep on. Like I'm gonna keep on keeping on, but say something.
Then you said like one of my last episodes I had my wife and you said and another young lady by the name of Erin, and both my wife and Erin said their biggest thing is the word bitch, and their man better jump up and somebody better get a beat down if you said they're called the word bitch. And I'm like, okay, well, a lot of my friends are in the comedy space. I've had a bunch of Cleveland comedians, whether it's Keith Silly, whether it's Tyrone Gaines, you say like I know them all for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the male comics still use the word bitch.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
And both of them literally sat there and you said that they would expect their man to check this comedian for saying the word bitch. And I'm just like, that is asinine, but okay.
Yeah, like now, do they mean during the comedy set? Like they were
yeah.
No, you can't do that.
Right.
I mean, but
okay. Now you saying the reason I asked that is because it's been a topic of controversy with the trans community when comedians are telling jokes. And I was just telling you what my wife and my last guest you said felt about that. Now if somebody starts making jokes about the trans community, or you said what's the temperature in the room for you?
I guess so. Honestly, it depends on because I'm an artist. Like I act, I love comedy. I love going to comedy shows. I have a pretty decent sense of humor, and I don't take things too seriously anymore. Especially now that I'm more like solid in myself. So the jokes are like people are gonna say what they want. But there was one time I did go to a comedy show, and maybe like 2 years ago, so a little earlier in my transition. And this dude that was on stage, the way he pointed and phrased his joke, he said blah, 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 pointed at me and was like, he knows what I'm talking about. And I was like, it was just the way that he thought he was funny, the way he delivered it. And nobody laughed but him. And I was like, okay, stupid bitch. So not like, okay, let's go. Because you thought you were going to do something. You thought you were going to pick on me and be funny. So like, if I don't be malicious, but say some funny shit. Dave Chappelle's joke about the trans lady's penis falling out of her panties like while she was on the floor drunk at a club or something. Like that's funny, like because that's real. That could really happen if they don't do shit. Like if you're not secure and you over here just drunk or whatever, like don't be that drunk anyway. But yeah, so that's funny shit. But I'm chilling nowadays. If I don't know, I could shake some shit off a little bit easier than before, but it is what it is. I'm not that.
You said, what do you think about, you said, because a lot of times, you said, especially people on the right, they're saying the media is pushing an agenda to make everybody a part of that community.
It's such an annoying, I hate that. What I feel is that there are so many groups of people over time that had to fight and be present and be seen and be loud for some changes to be made. And it's literally just been for the last several years, the trans people have been like at the forefront because we've been around since the beginning of humanity. So we're nothing new, but I do know that there are some extremes. We as humans can go very extreme. And I've been present and aware of myself since childhood, but I wouldn't put my child on hormones during childhood. I would talk with them and I would ask them like, well, how do you want to express yourself today? What are you feeling? Because it's such a fluid thing. And so like, for sure, like, okay, this is what I need to do, or maybe I don't need to do this, or maybe I just need to put on some nail polish. Maybe I need to wear boys' clothes. Like it's literally like a journey. So yeah, things get a little extreme with like the whole treatment of children. It's so weird because like I personally had my body operated on as a child, even like early, like since the age of 2, considering my bio makeup. So it's just like leave kids alone and talk to them and give them love, let them know that they're okay, and they can make decisions in their own time.
Right. Now, you said we're gonna take a different turn. You said still gonna stay on the thing, but you said it's like, okay, for those that don't know, you said with you identifying as a woman, what's the difference between you identifying as a woman and a white person putting on blackface?
Ew. Oh my. Well, historically, white persons putting on blackface has been disgustingly mocking the black people, and making them as if they're just like nothing, like animals. I personally I've been respecting women since I got here. I respect people.
It's okay. I'm pretty sure you're gonna hear a dirt bike back here soon.
Downtown. But yeah, no, I respect people. And like, I sat with myself for years upon years. I'm 33. I didn't start medically transitioning until I guess 3 years ago. So 31. Yeah. But before that, I started like nail polish and just like conversations. I had one specific conversation with a Black woman, and she had talked to me. She said, "You know what, Truth? I appreciate you because you're not the type of trans girl that's thinking she's better than any biological female that is like out here trying to steal women's men. Like, you're not being vicious and predatorial. You're just being yourself, and you're just trying to chill." So there are trans people who transition for devious reasons. It's all about each person's intent.
You said, what was that swimmer? I can't remember her name. And that goes back to you said being detriment, like certain people doing shit that's a detriment to your community. You said you were ranked number 546 as a man, then you transitioned to a woman. You said what?
I say that's some bullshit because like I had a boss years ago ask me a few years ago. He asked me like my thoughts on trans athletes and such, and I'm like, look, people just need to get their blood tested. I think that you should be. Where is this trans person at in their levels in comparison to the bio players, the bio athletes? Or just give trans people their own fucking section of, sports. There's the Special Olympics. Why can't there just be the Trans Olympics?
I mean, and I totally agree with that. I think it's fair. Because let's keep it 1,000 right now. If LeBron James and Draymond Green put on wigs and say identified as women, y'all motherfuckers would be mad as shit. Let's keep it.
Exactly. Yes.
You think Caitlyn Carter getting banged up right now? You said let LeBron put on a wig.
Man, they're like, wait, what? LeBron up? Layla, what's she gonna be?
You said, who knows? You say, there you go. You said Daphne Green, or you said whatever. Like I'm one of those type of people. Like, I don't think it's fair. Like, because I was looking in the comments section. You said, and you get mean people on both sides. You said like you said it was a little boy, and he was having a wrestling match. And his opponent to step up was a girl. He shook her hand and walked off. And people, you said you could tell they're lefties. You said whatever. They're liberal. Let's put it like that. You said he was like, oh my God, he's scared to get beat by a girl. Or maybe that's how he was brought up, and he's just not comfortable with that.
Right.
Because I'm not even gonna lie to you, and I'm not phobic of anything, but it's like, I'm a father. I'm a girl dad. If you were born a boy and you're beating up on my daughter, you're fighting both of us. Period. Full stop. And I would do the exact same thing if I pull up to the school and it's a bunch of girls fighting my daughter. You're fighting both of us. Period. Full stop. And that doesn't make me phobic. That you said I'm a father. You know what I'm saying? And like going back to the fad discussion. Is because when we first moved to Canton, and you saying the kids came home from school, they were literally like, "Guess what, Pops?" I'm like, "What?" They was like, "Everybody at the school is bisexual." I was like, "Everybody?" They're like, "Yeah, everybody's doing it." And of course, I dabble in comedy a little bit myself, and this goes into my joke. I was like, "Well, I'm glad I didn't grow up with you guys. If I had to suck a dick to be cool, you can count me out." Because that's just not my get down, you know what I'm saying? And you said, like, literally, you said their friends have, you said, like, literally looked at my wife, like, you said like she's crazy. Wait a minute, you've never kissed a girl, or you've never looked at a man? No. And they seem to don't understand the concept, and it's just like you said. My 18-year-old, when she graduated, the eclectic group of people that we saw there at this graduation. You got girls who are dressed like boys. You said with freaking the shit the barber uses, that spray black shit. You said they're putting it on their top lip, walking around with their hand in their pants. I'm like, yo. So like somebody that really is about that life, you said, because that's who you are. You said, it's like, can you expound upon how it feels just to see how much of a fad it's become?
I mean, and that's always, I think that's how it always has been. I think for me personally, I grew up in the 90s. We didn't really talk about stuff like that. Like, we were just so pure and innocent, but not completely that.
No, we wasn't. Let's keep it 1,000, because if we had cell phones back then,
we were sneaky as hell, doing all types of experimental shit. So we weren't like talking a lot about things, but we were trying things. So it does seem to be like with the influence of social media and news, and just like the influx of representation on shows and movies, like people are just like, well, I'm just gonna do it and see, or I might not even know completely, which is fine because you're allowed to try things, but it's such a fine line, because it can and it does take away from the humanity of like just honest LGBTQI plus people who are just like chilling, as opposed to people who are like, look at me, I'm flamboyant today, and but don't know anything about like the struggle of being who you are. So yeah, I don't know. I guess that's all I can say about it. Because I haven't personally experienced like a fraud ass. Maybe I have. I've experienced some fraud ass, like people that were faking the gay just to be cool.
I mean, let's keep it 1,000. I'm pretty sure you've seen on social media some of these studs that are out here that are sneak dicking.
Yeah, they are. Exactly. It's like, get what you like. You like them both, then do that. But don't be frightened. Hi, it's my son.
Okay, nothing wrong with that. Use it. Now, certain people are curious, but they use it like they don't want to be out in the open with it. Now, if you dealing with somebody who's like, okay, I'm cool with it behind closed doors because I'm not all the way comfortable yet using going outside. Using now, how do you approach that?
With a lot of conversation, which is I ask direct questions like, okay, have you ever well, if they already have told me that they're like cool with me, but they don't want to be outside, that's fine. You know, what are we going to be doing in the house? I'm only here to be talking to you anyway. If I like you, I like you. It's not for everyone else. So I really don't care. And I'm a very like busy woman anyway. I have a lot to do. So you could be my little, let me just go see this dude at the house real quick type person. As long as there's no disrespect attached to it. Like, you know, even like now they're like, because I'm polyamorous. Like my partner knows that I will, you know, I'll talk to other people occasionally, but my heart is with my partner. And these guys that I'm talking to now, they're like, they're on the experimental side of things. But they don't mind like being social. They're sociable people. Like, yeah, like, we can go hang out at a park, we can go bowling, whatever. So I'm like, I'm happy about that because I'm getting more of those as opposed to the people that were just like, no, I can't because of like, what if my family finds out or the fear, like too much fear attached to it. So it's a better feeling nowadays. But like just honest communication and not really expecting much and respecting their boundaries. Oh my God, because let me get in the mood and feel like I just need to have something that I need and you're not giving it to me, then fuck you, why are we talking? But yeah, I gotta be sensitive.
It's funny because me and my wife have this conversation on a regular basis. And she's like, well, I see women on the internet, they smack their husband on the ass. You saying, and he's like, but you won't let me do it. I was like, it's called boundaries. I don't like that shit.
Literally.
She's like, I was like, honey, I love you, but if you touch my ass, I'm gonna kick you in traffic. I'm telling you that.
No problem. Absolutely. And that, oh my God, that's a thing too. Like, just boundaries are so big. It's like, but I like you, let me do it. Well, okay, but I don't like that. Yeah.
Use it as like I saw. You said on online. It was a husband and wife. They had just gotten married, and I don't know whose idea it was. I don't care whose idea it was. It just that's what you want to do. Get down. It's 2024. Who am I to judge? But it was but what it was basically, the husband and wife, they got married, and when they decided to take their wedding pictures, they switched outfits.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, yeah, no, not for me, no. But you say, hey, do you think? And it's just like,
not for me, no. Not my man. He ain't gonna be in. No, fuck no.
And it's like, I think we said we're in a time to where it's like, women want you to be a masculine man, but they want to be able to emasculate you at the same time. And yeah, it's like, just like, okay, I reached out to the balloon pop guy, you know, the plumber from, I guess, Georgia, that said you're not qualified.
Oh, no.
You haven't. Oh my God, there's this dude online going viral because he went on that balloon pop show.
Okay.
And basically, using the women were kind of coming at him, but he was defending himself. So he got called sassy and all kind of other goofy shit. You know what I'm saying? But I reached out to him, and I'm trying to get him on the show because, like, literally, because he defended himself against women that were getting out of pocket and talking to him because one of the women said, you're not my type. He said, well, you're doing me a favor, which to me is not disrespectful at all, but they took it, used it as disrespect. They called this man's job 500 plus times to the point where his job had to let him go.
What the? Bitter women. And I can speak, like, you know what? I don't care what anyone says about me, but I've been bitter. I've been a bitter woman. I'm overcoming bitterness, like, because women, we will hold on to, I mean, men display it differently, but damn, when a woman is like just upset or hurt about something, we will go to like the extreme and we will terrorize. And that's not necessary all the time.
And I was watching something. We were talking about how you said the tables have turned. Watching it was the Club Shay Shay interview with Dana White, where he was talking about, he was like, now he's a cancel culture. It's always been a thing, but he's like back in the 90s and stuff like that. For being gay, you could be canceled. You know what I'm saying? But like now, it almost feels like you could be canceled if you don't agree with it, or if you said you're not that way. Now, it's funny because we mentioned earlier about some trans women using malicious reasons, using malicious things, using or whatever. Because my wife used to watch this one person. I can't remember their name. I just know that the motherfucker would always say when somebody would ask him in the comment section, "Are you trans?" "Fuck you, bitch! I'll take your man." But I just asked the question.
Right? Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's one of the things I just don't think is right. You know what I'm saying? It's like I said.
Well, to speak on that, the music we listen to, like a lot of our female rappers, that's a flex for them. You know, even the dudes, like, "I'll fuck your bitch." The girls, "I'll take your man." Like, that's not doing anything beneficial to anyone. Like, okay, you took someone's man. You're still miserable. It's not dating. Right. The fuck? Like, why is that a thing? Who cares? "I'm prettier than you." No, the man was horny or the woman was horny. Like, that don't mean shit. What is it with, like, we have no quality of, like, where's the character? Like, people's like.
I got a saying that I've said for like throughout my entire life. You said, because when it comes to moving on, and you saying, like, I've had a lot of women coming back to me, "Oh, well, she's not as cute as me." I've always said, she don't have to look better than you to be better than you.
Exactly.
So that's something I've always said. You know, it's just like, and I think like it's especially like getting back to dating. It's like we're so for the social media now. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're on a date, what is a red flag that is an instant date ender?
Oh, how many days have I actually been? Oh, you know what? Touch me without my permission. I don't do that, like, ever. I just have to, like, leave, or I'll leave. Like, I have left before. I would just tell the dude, like, "All right, well, I need to go home." So yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. Or like any sign of like violence, like violent action. No, that's weird. Like, don't do that.
Right. Now, are you the type that you send us like that has to take a picture of of your food? And
hell no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I want to enjoy the moment. I want to be there. Like, I can capture. It's beautiful to capture a moment and have a photo to look back on. But I really just want to sit in the experience and enjoy it and be present, because I do a great job of daydreaming and stuff anyway, or planning. So I really want to, like, when I'm with another person, to really just be with that person.
Now, you said, what is your opinion on, you said, like, people like that have to go live every 5 fucking minutes? You said they literally are doing mukbangs at the table. You said you know the mukbangers, right? Okay.
I mean, a lot of people do stuff for views, especially now that people can make money by, doing their, like, lives and just like having so many views or whatever. People are doing things to try to receive money and or attention, or feel like maybe they're not even happy with the person that they're with, and the whole relationship as a whole, like, as a display, because you want social approval. Like, we're so much about class and, like, status, So it looks good if you have a partner, a cute partner with cute clothes at cute places doing fun, cute things. But like, is that actually your life or are you just portraying something? So, I don't know.
Now, you said do you get any hate when it comes from women?
Oh, let's talk about that. I was waiting to talk about that. Ooh, yes, I do actually. Not a lot, but I recently had a moment where I was at a bar with some ladies, and I didn't even really want to be there. And I had my sunglasses on, and I was just like sitting. And this girl on Facebook texted me like, "Hey, are you out?" I looked at the phone. I didn't respond. I look up. I see the girl at the bar. I was like, "Oh." But then she walks over to me because I did not respond. And she's like, "Truth, I texted your motherfucking phone." And I was like, "Ooh, don't be in my face cussing at me. Like, not, don't do that." And she kept pushing. She's like, "Well, I'm here with my mom." I'm like, "Okay, well, you and your mother have a great day." And she is a Black woman. And, I was just like, "Have a great day. Y'all take care of yourselves." I didn't like that she came at me cursing and then also waving her hands and then also throwing in her mother in there like that was supposed to be an intimidating factor. When I've overcome my mother issues and the fact of like trying to dominate something just for I'm the mother, like, no, stop. We're not doing that. So I have had that. Once I turned her away, she's like, "Well, I had never seen this side of you." I said, "It's a boundary. I don't like how you came at me. Please just." She said, "Well, you a whole ass nigga anyway. I'll beat your ass." I was like, "Oh, now I'm a whole ass nigga. Okay, excuse me." That's cute. Now you want to fight me, but then if I fight you, you will, because of my body makeup, could very easily try to make it a whole nother thing and say that this dude beat me up and cry wolf, leave me, go. So I got that, and I've gotten like of course shady remarks and people with their underhanded comments and like, "Well, you should." Just commenting on my appearance, like, "Oh, your lipstick is not even matching your colors, and your wigs are not even the best." I'm like, "But you're not buying me any. You're not taking me shopping. You're not offering support. You're not offering a tip. You're just criticizing. Why? Why? For what?" So some hate does come, and I wish it didn't. It did hurt me because this was from a Black woman, and I, am also Black. So it's like, damn, girl, chill. Like, she's so pretty, but internally, she was projecting her insecurities and whatever onto me, and I'm like, "Bitch, go." And not even like that was. She was like, it got so much worse. I didn't even like go into it, but she like tried to have her whole posse that she was with, like just watching me the rest of the night and going even to the next bar. When I left from the next bar, they were both lined up like on either side of the exit, just watching me walk out. And the dudes that were with her were just like, "Well, I gotta get my son, so I'll be the whole ass nigga, a funny built ass nigga any day." I was like, "No, I'm a funny built ass nigga," but she's been with me the entire night. Okay, go to hell. Like, why are people so afraid of themselves? Black people, like, stop. You can like what you like. You can be upset. You can be sad. You can talk about your feelings. You don't have to hold everything in. It's not healthy. It doesn't feel good.
Okay. Now, we're gonna get back into social media a little bit. Now, I'm just going to fire up a couple of things that I've seen on social media, and you give me your thoughts and opinions. Okay. I saw a video on TikTok where you said that they were interviewing people at a Pride parade, and you said, and also Happy Pride Month as well. You said, the guy that they were interviewing was, you said, a heavier set white guy. He goes, "You're not really gay if you don't have an iPhone."
Wow. Oh my goodness. Where is the research on that? That is so cute. Ew, that's that classist ass shit, like status. "Oh, I have an iPhone, I'm fancy." Like,
okay. I tell my kids, we'll come back to the thing in a second, but sidetrack it real quick. My kids all have iPhones, and they go, "Pops, you're not popping if you don't have an iPhone." I was like, "I'm 40-fucking one. What the fuck I need to pop for?"
Thank you.
And it was like, "Well, Pops, you can do FaceTime." "I don't like talking to you assholes when you're in my face."
Yes, I don't need it. Exactly. I don't need it.
Well, Pops, you said you can send all kind of crazy emojis. Once again, I'm 40 fucking one. What the fuck do I look like using emojis?
Yes, exactly.
And it's freaking hilarious. But they used to like, and they'll sit there and go, "You just Pops." You saying like, I got the latest iPhone." Well, I'm making money off my phone. I have YouTube. I'm making money off my Facebook. I'm making money off my Instagram, and I have an Android. What you got?
Exactly.
What you got?
I'm doing what you're doing on my Android with more customization. I love my Androids. I appreciate it, but Android's where it's at.
You said another one. It was a video on TikTok. It was like, I love being gay. I love flying my pride flag. You know, this, that, and the fucking third. But if you hop in my DM, you said you better not be black. I don't do black. So you said you gay and racist? What the fuck?
Hello, it's all about people's mentality. We can be so many things. We can be this and that. Like there's black people that are Trump supporters. Like there are so many just weird ass combinations of things. So yeah, it's wild out here.
That's one thing I thought was kind of counterproductive to you saying like Caitlyn Jenner. You said everything that you're talking about you like about you saying that side with Trump, they're contrary to everything that you're doing.
Exactly.
So you basically look like you saying that you shucking and jiving and tap dancing for motherfuckers that don't give a fuck about you no way.
Exactly. They do. A lot of people do. A lot of people.
And you said just like you said I think he was a congressman from he was Florida. I think this basically said that black people were better off under Jim Crow. It's like, mofo, you mean Jim Crow when a white man and a white group of people could literally come in your house, beat your ass in front of your fucking family? Black people were better off then?
No,
really, Mike?
Like holding back tears. Like I can't believe someone actually let those words come out of their mouth.
And he was a black man, and he went on MSNBC and doubled down. Yeah.
That makes me want to vomit. Like, how? Where? What was better? Ew, people like prisoners.
He was trying to, I got where he was trying to go, but he failed miserably. Where he was trying to go was saying that it was more two-parent households back then.
Okay.
You said like you ever sit there and in your head you about to shoot a 3, but then when you shoot it, it's not at all how it went in your head.
Yes. No, that was way off. Like missed the whole everything. Did not hit the backboard. He was gone. That's crazy.
You said
parent household. That is cute. You know. That's
He was like, but dude, like you gotta have a PR team. You said because after you said it the first time, if you were gonna double down on it, you said you should have sat with your team so y'all could work that out. It is like Jesus wept.
Entertainment. The world is very entertaining.
Oh, it definitely is. Now, you saying when you said going back to dating, you said what is it like? Because everybody has these lists on where they won't go. Where you said a man has to do X, Y, and Z. You said blah 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 blah. You said you got the women on here saying, "Oh, I don't go to Cheesecake Factory. Oh, I don't go to Starbucks." So what is your advice to women that have that mentality? What's your advice to men and women? You said women who have that mentality and men who are entering into experiences with said women.
I think that is very limiting to the woman. If she's saying she has a list of places she's not going to go. Like, I have found I could be very like controlling, wanting to, very anxious or just dominating. But the more I've like let my expectations just kind of like, not my standards, but my expectations fizzle and die down. Like I don't have an attachment to the outcome. I will go to a regular cafe and, have a conversation. We can go to Chipotle and get a bowl and go somewhere and eat. And the men, like that's a lot of pressure for men. I really do feel for men because, I was raised as one, but then also learning to love them as my true self and to like work with them and talk with them now, like men were not given a safe space to express themselves. They put a lot of pressure on themselves. They suffer a lot of mental health, physical health, emotional health issues. And a lot of the times our men are stifled and don't really have the maturity to like walk through. It's hard. It's just already hard enough. And like financial pressures in the world are already difficult. Like go eat somewhere affordable. Go hang out at a free museum. Go find out an event. Like life is really about, I think the richness of life comes within and comes through experiences and learning and connecting. I am wealthy as hell because of that. And, you know, I appreciate my encounters with people more, like men especially. Like I really enjoy them more. Like I can talk to them and I'm real. I'm chilling out. Like I know I have expensive taste. I know I like luxury. I've never had that, but now I don't. So how can I expect a man just to hand shit out to me? He has his own fucking life. I can't just. I've tried that before, of course. Like, but no, that's not realistic. You know. And then with if there is a man that's just doing that, you run the risk of like letting them feel that they have ownership over your time, your body, your anything, because you're letting them pay for everything that you want, or you're letting them take you here and there. Like, what are you doing for that man? Are you letting them feel loved and appreciated and heard and seen? And so, empathy, getting over ourselves, killing that ego, being realistic. Like, I have the big lofty goals, have like what you want, know what you want, work for it. But, like, it ain't always just gonna be right there.
Right. No, one thing I just always find funny is this 50-50 conversation. And women are losing their shit over this 50-50 conversation. Now, my wife and I it's supposed to be 50-50, but if you're in a real relationship, it's never 50-50. But you said the 50-50 conversation is, and the point that a lot of these women are missing is that if I'm going to work, you said making all the money and shit like that, you can at least pay the bills. You said, because I'm providing income. You said, all you gotta do is hit the button on the computer, or you said, hey, make sure my kids don't look a hot mess when I come home. You know what I'm saying? Or cooking dinner. That is part of 50-50. It's not just financial. And I think people in so much competition be like, oh, my man takes care of everything. So you mean you're doing nothing?
Hello. Ooh, thank you. Hello.
Like, you're not doing nothing?
Getting burnt out and then not doing nothing and also complaining, like, and making things worse. Yeah, no.
And I'm gonna say this, and you may like it, you may not, but this is me talking my shit. Now, to you ladies out there, if your man is going to work, busting his ass, bringing home all the money, and you're sitting on your fucking ass on social media all day not doing nothing, he deserves 2 side bitches. Get the fuck out of here.
You know what? I'm not even mad about that. I think I agree. For sure.
Because, like I said, you said us as men, you said we carry the weight of the world on our shoulders. And I say this all the time. You say, I don't give a damn whether you're married, you're dating, you're engaged, you're married, or anything. You said like that. Protect your peace at all times. You said just because she looks good to you does not mean she's good for you. You said at the end of the day, you said find what makes you happy. You said peace within yourself. And at the end of the day, you said we're just now coming to a point where men are feeling a lot more comfortable. You said having therapy, but you said, hey, therapy is expensive. You said, and we got to do so much other stuff. Find you a solid group of your guys, or whatever. You said where you can have the conversation, which is why I opened up this platform, was to have those conversations with anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, now, I don't give a fuck what anybody would say about me in the comment section. Eat a dick. I don't give a fuck. Because at the end of the day, truth right here, the conversation that we had has been a genuine conversation, and I appreciate the hell out of it. You've said I've been able to ask questions. You've said you've been able to respond, and we've had a good time. And I'm definitely going to have you back. You said
I would love that. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Needless to say, now, last question before we get. Well, I got two more questions before we get out of here. First question is the way you saw my profile on the Facebook dating thing. Do you think personally that's appropriate? You said to me to be on a dating site with even though my reasonings are my reasons, but do you personally think that that's okay?
Absolutely. It's absolutely okay because you're open-minded. You know within yourself your boundaries, your guidelines. You state them, and you're networking. You're spreading information and knowledge. Like it's more than appropriate.
Okay, you said because a couple people have hit my wife up, and they was like, "Well, why is your husband on Facebook date?" My wife has access to everything that you said that I have. You know, so at the end of the end. Oh, so and I'm not even gonna lie to you. You said so all of you mofo's that will see this. These that are sending me inappropriate shit like unsolicited dick pics. We laugh about it. That's a yeah. But anyway, now before we get up out of here, you said give everybody your social media so they can get in contact with you if you want that.
I would love that. Yes, I am on Instagram at truth.taylor truth.taylor which will link to my Facebook. Facebook wouldn't accept my name as Truth, so I had to put like this weird ass like U over it, like a symbol U, for it to be accepted. Yeah, Instagram is the best one. Follow me on Instagram, truth.taylor.
Okay. Well, with that being said, if you guys like this video, make sure you smash it. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, turn on the bell notification so you don't miss another video. Without further ado, I love you. Lil Dub loves you. Truth loves you. We out of here, man. Peace.
The boy Dub Deuce in the building.